Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden, and in today's video we're trying something new. Okay, I scroll on the old Instagrams, I scroll on the old TikToks, okay? I'm a cultured man, okay? And I see a lot of videos of car things and I always have an opinion on them. But I never leave a comment. Sometimes I'll leave a comment, but most of the time I don't leave a comment. And so it's like, I want to share my opinion with the world. So instead I'm going to share it with the people that actually might care instead of just a random comment section. And that's what we did. Instead of commenting on those videos that I saw and I was like, oh, that's a thinker. Or, oh, I have something to say about that. I downloaded it to my phone and now I'm going to look at them. This is obviously a new type of video. If you guys enjoy it, I'll make more of them. I'm probably going to make more of them anyway, to be honest, because seems pretty fun to do. But we're still experimenting. So as for what we're going to do for the background footage, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I think I'm just going to put like cool cars in the back and then put the video that we're currently talking about like kind of off to the side maybe, so you guys can see what I'm talking about or whatever. And yeah, I guess we'll just go. These are all off of Instagram, by the way, which is just an absolute madhouse of the stupidest people on the planet. So it's really funny. Some of the comments, I mean, I'm not showing you the comments, but I'll bring up the comments. See, that's the one thing I need to learn how to, that's something I just learned from the experiments. From now on, if I see comments that I want to elaborate on, I'll screenshot them. That way we could put them on the screen. But yeah, there's some of these videos, they're just some of the stupidest people in the comments. But without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so the first video is a guy saying, oh, hey man, I could be 17 with a bunch of money saved up. Oh, but an M4 comp in high school. This one I just wanted to elaborate on because there's a lot of videos I see like this. People will be like, yeah, but do you got an M4 comp in high school? Do you got an SRT Hellcat 72,000 horsepower Dodge in high school? And all the comments are always people like trying to defend this guy. And I have nothing wrong with you having an M4 comp in high school, but the first part is what I had a problem with. Your brain saying, oh, I could save money. You know that your father bought that for you. You're not fooling anybody. There's very small amounts of people in this world that can manage to afford what I'm assuming is an M4 comp, so it's probably like what, 80K car in high school, bro. Okay? Alright, so this next one is on a page that just posts some of the stupidest things, and the comments are hilarious, by the way. I'm not going to, call out the page here, but either way, it says, two young men borrowing some Porsches from the Porsche dealership without the Porsche dealership's permission, perhaps. Obviously, they're making a joke there, saying these Porsches were stolen, and so these guys are thieves, they're burglars. But my problem isn't that. I mean, obviously that's a problem. I mean, I don't got to say that. There's a law behind that, so I don't got to be the one to say that. But what my problem was the comments. This is what I mean. I need to start screenshotting the comments, because the comments were people being like, wow, broken drive, because I'm assuming they mean the first one who oversteered coming out of a corner. In my opinion, that's not that great of driving. You know what would have been good driving? Not oversteering. Like, yes, he corrected the oversteer. That's good. But the fact that you oversteered in the first place, that's not good. And then I don't know if they're talking about the second guy. I swear to God, they better not be talking about the second guy, because he's literally just going in a straight line. Well, actually, I might be wrong there. It looks like it's a slight curve to the left. But these are not good drivers, is what I'm trying to get at. They're very average drivers. Anybody can do this. Please stop hyping up people that do the most basic driving maneuvers. This was a thinker. A thinker, son. It says, you got infinite money, but you can only buy 3 cars. What you buying? First of all, beautiful M4. I love the G82. Good M4s. But this was a thinker at first, but then I realized, tell me if I'm not, this is gonna be a fast one real quick. Tell me if I'm the only one. I can't be the only one. If I had infinite money in this world, so if somebody came up to me and was like, hey, I'll give you infinite money, but you can only buy 3 cars for the rest of your life, I would honestly say no to that money. Imagine being landlocked to only 3 cars for the rest of your entire life, dude. No, thank you. I've had 3 cars within my lifetime already, and I'm only 23, about to be 24 by the way, in 2 days on Sunday, so yay. But yeah, I want more, I don't want to only own 3 cars. So I know it's crazy, but if I could only spend the money on cars, I would probably have to say no, man. I'm just saying. This one's better though. If you had to spend $120,000, what car are you buying? Personally, oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I like the GT4 Caymans. I really like those. But honestly, probably like an R35 GTR. I know it's basic. I know it's simple and it's stupid, whatever. But the way I look at it is most likely the R35 GTRs are going to depreciate a little bit more, but not fast. So if I do want to get rid of it within like a year, I can sell it and most likely make the same amount of money back. But on top of that, they are really fun platforms. They've been proven to be great, and they're cheap. So I could have a ton of money left over to actually modify it too. So I would go with R35 GTR, but let me know what you guys say. $120,000. What car are you buying? What car, partner? Okay, but this one, ladies and gentlemen, it's something I see all the time. I've had an opinion on it for quite some time now. It's a race between a G37 coupe and what I assume is an IS 350. Maybe it's an IS 250. I don't know exactly what trim level that is. And then after that, there's a race between a 370Z and the same IS 250. And these are like 300 to 400 horsepower cars, right? And the comments are people being like, "Wow, bro is going the speed limit. These cars are so slow." And I feel like people have such a misconstrued conception. Wow, I just used big words and I don't even know if they work together. But I think they have a flawed opinion on what fast is nowadays, because I see all these videos online of these freaking 800 horsepower, 1000 horsepower drag spec cars that are insanely expensive to build, insanely only good at going fast in a straight line, and that's absolutely it. Like purpose-built drag cars, and then they're like, anything that has this much power is not fast them anymore. When I'm here to tell you, if you're a young lad, this is still pretty fast. It's not like, obviously I'm not saying that this is like a race car level, but these are 300 to 400 horsepower cars. They're above average by far. Like, they're not slow. And the race itself, yeah, it's like not entertaining to watch or anything like that, but it's a decent race, you know. It's a realistic race. This one I literally just wanted to put it here because I had a question for it. It's obviously a G80 M3 on the dyno, blowing up. That's not good. But my question was, it says at the bottom of the screen max power is 1376 horsepower at 6.4 thousand RPMs. I'm assuming that's what that means. But either way, it says it's got pretty much 1400 horsepower. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, this is what I mean. This one's just for a question that I wanted to be answered, so I'm gonna say it here. But when cars about to blow up, don't they get like an insane boost of power like right as they're about to blow up, and then they drop off? So isn't this inaccurate? Like very inaccurate? When it doesn't, the car only have like, I mean, it's still probably really fast, but it doesn't have 1400 horsepower, right? I just kind of wanted to see. This one I just wanted to put here because I wanted to show people what my favorite form of motorsports is. This is what I love, man. Everybody else, like, they like drifting, they like the drag racing, they like the street racing, and I love all those things too, don't get me wrong, but stuff like this where this guy's just flying through, clipping every apex, getting the absolute most out of his car, and every part of his car too, not just straight line speed, not just handling, but everything about the car, getting the most out of it. That's what I like. This is sick to me, man. I don't know, people sleep on like circuit racing, autocross, hill climb racing. People sleep on racing that has corners. This is, I believe, an E46. I could be wrong. It could be. It looks like it's definitely a BMW because it has that little BMW doonad going on, but I think it's an E46. But I just wanted to put this here because this is a good driver, you idiots. Whoever was saying before on the Porsche Cayenne or Macan video of it drifting out of the parking lot, whatever, oh, he's a good driver. No, this is a good driver. Look at this dude. Look at this dude absolutely murdering those streets, man. I love to see this. This makes me, like what I just said before, I like the like circuit racing, chicane racing and stuff, but I can still appreciate some good drifting. This is impressive. This guy's got skill. If you want to see good drivers, that's what you look at. Drifters, not that doofus pulling out of a parking lot. God, it makes me so angry. Warning, viewer discretion is advised. These guys crash. But anyway, it says, this is why you don't race. This is why you don't race, partner. No, this is not a good accurate representation of what racing, like street racing, usually is. This is why you don't race against a Mustang owner or just a moron. Why in God's name are these people, these people are racing not only on a public street, but they decide to race when the light that they're racing to is red. Why not just wait for it to be green? It would eliminate all that fear. Or better yet, why not start at the light, and when it turns green, then you race like normal people? What is wrong with people? It's actually miraculous. And I don't know if anybody passed away in this video. I'm sorry if somebody did, and I really don't know, but I don't think they did because it wouldn't be uploaded on Instagram. They don't really allow that kind of stuff for the most part, at least not on a page like this. I know this page is pretty big, and so I don't think they did. I think you guys are good, but if they did, I apologize to making your guys watch that. But still, I had to say something about this because it's like they're trying to like say like, oh my god, racing can kill people, and it can. I'm not saying that it can't. I mean, there's always accidents to be made. It will always happen. But the only reason why this accident happened is because they took every precaution that actual like good responsible street racers take and threw it out the window. They did the complete opposite of what you're supposed to do if you want to go street racing with your friends or something. They are idiots. This is not a good not a good representation of what street racing should be for you. God, it makes me idiot. Here's something that quote unquote car people call cutting up. I'm sure you guys know what this is already because it's all over the place right now in states like New York City. They take high performance cars and then utilize the performance very small amounts. And you want to know how I know that? Because I one time saw one of these videos with cars like this, M4 G82s, like cars like this. And you want to know what was keeping up with them? A Toyota RAV4. The only time it didn't keep up with them was when the highway opened up a bit and they got to just like floor it, and then the RAV4 had to catch up, but it would catch up once it got to traffic. Why? Because there's nothing skillful about this. Is it like impressive? Is it cool the first time you see it? Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, the first time I saw like a good guy, like good drivers cutting up, that wasn't like, wow, that's pretty good for him, he's got some balls on him. But now after a while, man, it gets old. Anyone could do this. Anybody could do this. And it's proven by that RAV4. I wish I still had that video saved because it was absolutely hilarious. Like, it just goes to show it doesn't take skill, it just takes nuts. And even then, it's like, honestly, I don't want to encourage drinking and driving, but most of these guys are probably just drunk. That's the only reason why they're doing it, because they have so much confidence that they're just freaking flying in between cars like they can't die. But there's no actual skill involved here. They're very slight corners. If you want to prove that you're good at racing, take it to the track. I don't want to hear that it's too expensive. You have an M4. The car costs like what, 60, 70K, and you can't afford to take it to the track and actually hone your skills and actually get better as a driver. And I'm gonna end it on this video of a Lexus IS300 doing some drifty boys, because it's kind of a good contrast to the last video, right? The last video was we've had a lot of street racing videos in today's. We've had all forms of street racing videos today, right? We had the drag racing guys with the Mustang who decided to slam into an oncoming traffic, flying through a red light for God knows what reason. Then we had the cutting up boys who think that they're actually skilled, even though they have a $70,000 car and do the same exact thing that a RAV4 could do. And now we get to end it with a Lexus IS300 drifting on the streets. So what does Mark feel about this? Is Mark angry about this one? No, I'm not. You want to know why? Because this guy didn't hurt anybody, and even if he did crash, he wouldn't have hurt anybody, because he's going on an off ramp with 0 people around it except for his friend who's filming him. There's nobody around that he could hurt. He's not flying at the speed of light, even if he did accidentally hit into somebody. It's just a cool video of some, yes, illegal activities on the street, but that all car guys could at least appreciate. You know, he's not hurting anyone, and even if he did crash, he would only be hurting himself. At the end of it too, you can see that he slows down when he's pulling off the on ramp to get onto the actual street, because he's not going to start flying 50,000 miles per hour in his IS300. Could he do it? Yes. Obviously he could, but he also realizes that life is more valuable than a cool Instagram video, when he could just bring his IS300 to the track and race it if he wants to. You know, it's just a good video. This is the kind of street stuff, like the street illegal hooligan activities that I like to see, because he's just being responsible, not putting anybody else in danger. Putting himself in danger, sure, and his friend who's recording him, yeah, but nobody else. And I like that. We gotta respect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video of me. I don't know what I would even call this, like reacting, I guess, to Instagram car videos. We're gonna be doing some more of them. So send me some on Instagram. I'm not trying to be like Drew Peacock, for anybody that's wondering, by the way. I get what he does. He does more like flaming people. Like, he goes all out. I'm just doing interesting videos that I see that I want to put my 2 cents in on. Some of them, yeah, I hate the people in them, like the Mustang driver. He's an absolute moron. I still can't believe that they decided to race when the light was red. Why not just race when the light was green? It makes no sense. But either way, I'm not trying to be like Drew Peacock here and like try and steal his little mumbo jumbo. He's got a whole different thing going on. I just like doing this. It's fun. And I watch a lot of Instagram and TikTok videos of cars doing stuff, and so I always have an opinion on them. And so instead of leaving a comment that's just going to get lost in a flood of comments, I decided, why not put my opinions on the internet? You guys see them, and on top of that, most of you guys might have different opinions on these things, which would be interesting to see your side of it. Like, I'm maybe a cut up guy, somebody that enjoys watching cutting up, is going to view this video and put in his 2 cents on why he does it and why he thinks it's okay to do it. Which, by the way, if you are going to do that, you're wrong. You're an idiot. Actually, you should probably give up your license. But either way, I encourage those comments, because those comments of people being like, oh yeah, I cut up, I go to takeovers, I do this stuff, I do that, is honestly good, because then a bunch of people that actually have brain cells are going to reply back to you and say you're stupid, and then it's going to draw my views up, because it's going to get my engagement up. So honestly, if you're a moron that does that stupid stuff, comment down below. We'd love to see it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.